Hello everyone, welcome to Daily Current Affairs series. Today we will discuss about 26th May current affairs. Myself, Sunny Sandeep. Welcome to my channel, Gear Up for Group 1 exam. Let us discuss the current affairs. The first one, the problem with the liquidity push. Here is the article about there is a 20 lakh crore stimulus package announced by the last month by the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman ji. In that, she announced that there is a several packages for the 5 tranches. Here, there is a one concept, that is liquidity push. Here, the government has railed heavily on measures aimed at pushing the credit to banks and NBFCs, that is non-banking financial companies. Here, by offering the later capital for longer period at the repo or policy interest rate that has been cut by more than a percentage point to the 4%. Last week we have seen that there is a repo rate cut by 35 points, that is almost to 4%. Here there is a Prime Minister in his speech said that calling for a self-reliant India. We have to identify the fourth L, that is liquidity. Here he identified that besides land, labor and laws, he identified that liquidity as among the areas of focus of the package. In economic and business parlance, liquidity refers to the ease of access to the cash. Here, among the first steps taken by the RBI was the launch of special and targeted long-term repo operations, that is TLTROs, which allowed banks to access liquidity at the repo rate to lend the specific clients. Here, these measures, which were only marginally effective even the best times, will not work during this crisis. We have seen that there are several measures announced by our Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman ji in the 20 lakh crore stimulus package. In that there is a boost up for the NBFCs and banks. Here there is a targeted long-term repo rate operations, that is TLTROs. Here there is a repo rate cut by 35 points to the 4%. Here these measures which only marginal effective even in the best of times, but these measures will not work in this COVID-19 during this crisis. Next one, ILO, that is International Labour Organization, urges PM not to dilute the labour laws. Here we have to understand that International Labour Organization is situated in Switzerland, Geneva. Here a group of 10 central trade unions wrote to the ILO, that is International Labour Organization in Geneva, on May 14th, seeking its intervention to protect workers' rights and international labour standards. Here we know that last week some states stopped the labour laws. They sent the representation to these unions sent the representation to the ILO after Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, and these are the states suspended and some other states either suspended a large number of labour laws for 2-3 years or diluted them in an attempt to woo industry in midst the COVID-19 pandemic. Here we have to see that situation. Here we don't want to curb or suspend the labour laws. Here we have to boost up the economy situation. If you suspend the labour laws, it won't boost up the economy situation. That's why we have to good labour laws. After that we have to push some innovative ideas, then only our economy will boost up due to this COVID-19. Next one, Karnataka government takes efforts to solve the mystery of birthplace of Purandara Dasa. Very important point, as Purandara Vithala was the pen name of his compositions. There are some compositions, that is there is a pen name, that is Purandara Vithala. It was widely believed that the mystic poet was born in Purandaragat. It is located in Maharashtra. Araga, that is in Malnad, was a buzzing commercial center during the Vijayanagara rule. Why we have taken that place? Why? Because before going to his Haridasa, he is a gold and silver selling person. That's why Araga in Malnad was a buzzing commercial center during the Vijayanagara rule. We know that there is a we know that Vijayanagara Empire or Vijayanagara ruling called as a golden era. That's why the period to which the point belonged to. This point Purandara Das also belonged to this, that Vijayanagara rule only. Referring to the names of places in the vicinity of the Keshwapura, Vartapura, Vitangalagudi, Dasangade, it was argued that these places were inhabited by the merchant community. Why? Because this Purandara Dasa is also belongs to this merchant community, influenced by the Vaishnava tradition to which Purandara Das belongs to. That's why this Purandara Das belongs to Vaishnava community tradition. Why? Because he is related to merchant community. Here, prior to his initiation to the Haridasa tradition, Purandara Das was a rich merchant and was called as a Srinivasa Nayaka. Very, very important. Please underline Srinivasa Nayaka. Referring to this one, proponents of the theory of the Purandara Dasa was born in Malnath point of that Nayaka. Title was attributed to the locally influential people, including wealthy merchants in Malnad during the Vijayanagara rule. I have said that previously only. Vijayanagara ruling also known as a golden era. After visiting the Keshwapur and surrounding places, the committee members said there was enough evidence to come out the conclusion that devotional poet, that is Purandara Dasa, was born in here, that is Keshwapura, not in Maharashtra. Here another article, that is moving beyond geopolitics. We have seen that cases are increasing day by day. Almost 50 lakh cases are recorded throughout the world. 1 lakh 50 cases are recorded in India. Here we have to, in time, if China and World Health Organization is distributed the data to other countries, then these countries will fight against successfully. That's why we have to move beyond that geopolitics. What are these geopolitics? Technology and data are now inherently geopolitical. Proper data related to the COVID-19 outbreak were not shared in time, and that is why there is so much anger towards the World Health Organization and China. Why there is a anger? Why? Because in time there is no sharing of data. That's why there is anger towards this World Health Organization and China. Here, the current pandemic is a great example of how people across the globe have accepted the idea of their lives, locations being traced and shared with governments. In India, without much concern for the right to privacy, more than 90 people have downloaded the Arogya Setu. The pandemic has brought a change in perception on issues like privacy. Here we have to see that there is two situations. One is COVID-19 and another one is privacy. Whether we have to give importance to the privacy or else our lives, that is taken away by the COVID-19. Here we have seen that there is almost 90 million, that means 9 crore people have downloaded the Arogya Setu app apart from this COVID-19, apart from like privacy cases. Here we have there is important case, that is case Puttaswamy case related to the privacy. Very, very important case. Please Google it, that is case Puttaswamy case. Here that the data need to be used towards the welfare of society. Here there is important statement. Here the data need to be used towards the data shared or data collected by the tech giants like Facebook and Google. The data need to be used towards the welfare of society, but the sharing of data presents the many challenges to the human rights. That's why there is a privacy case, that is case Puttaswamy case. Here there are some data production frameworks are there for every country. Data production frameworks such as yesterday we have discussed there one question on GDPR, that is General Data Protection, that is European Union, regulation of the European Union and the Cloud Act of the United States of America are aimed at the putting users control of their data. Here there are two important data production frameworks. They are GDPR, that is General Data Protection Regulation, that is for the European Union, and Cloud Act for the United States of America. Here it is the right time for Parliament select the committee to look at the data production framework. At the same time, we need to identify the international body to evolve the global norms on the data convergence, get data governance. Here is the best time in this COVID-19 is for a Parliament to select a committee to look at the data production frameworks. Here every country, major countries like European Union and United States of America have the data protection frameworks. That's why India has to need that data protection framework. Then only we fight against this COVID-19 or future problems if you move beyond the geopolitics. Next one, reverse migration to villages has set the economy back by 15 years. What are these 15 years? Here if you see, it is the right time for parliament select the committee to look at the what happened to between the 2012 and 2018. Until 2012, nearly 7.5 million non-agriculture jobs were being created per year. But thereafter, there was a slight economic slowdown, but still the average GDP growth was 2004 to 2014 was 8% annum. Here we have to see the two situations, that is, there is a crisis of 2018, that is economic recession, world global crisis, and now today's 2019 COVID-19. Here before 2012 and 2018, until 2012, nearly 7.5 million non-agriculture jobs, that means apart from the agriculture jobs, being created per every year. That means 7.5 million, 70 lakh non-agriculture jobs are created per every year. Here there were 2 years for the droughts, that is 2014 and 15. The slowdown was also accelerated after the 2014 because of misplaced economic policies. Here we have seen that there is a major droughts, that is in 2014 and 2015. Here the rate of non-agriculture jobs were reduced to 2.9 million per annum. Here we have seen that in 2012 to 2018, that is 7.5 million non-agriculture jobs are created, but between after 2014 only 2.9 million per annum non-agriculture jobs are created. Thereafter the number of looking for a work increased to roughly 5 million per annum. These young people were getting better educated and no longer wanted to tied up to the agriculture jobs. That's why they are moving towards the non-agriculture jobs. The result was open unemployment, and that is how we came to our 45-year high open in unemployment. Very very important. That is how we came to the 45-year high in open unemployment rate in 2018. We have seen that the 45-year high open unemployment. Here we need to shift a jobs from the agriculture sector to the manufacturing sector. That is reverse migration that we are seeing today has increased workers in agriculture by 5.2 million in a few weeks. It means that we have gone back by 15 years. Here, that is previous paper analysis, UPSC Prelims 2019. The money multiplier in an economy increases with which one of the following? Increasing in the cash reserve ratio. Here we have to see that money multiplier is inversely proportional to the reserve ratio. That's why if money multiplier is want to increase, that's why cash reserve ratio should be decreased. That's why A is not the correct one. B, increasing the banking habit of the population. If you increase the banking habit, there is a increasing in banking. That's why there is a money multiplier also is there. B is the right answer. We have to see the another two options also. Increasing the SLR, that is statutory liquidity ratio. It won't happen. Here there is a increasing in the population of the, with that also no use for the money multiplier. That's why our right option is increasing in the banking habit of the population. B is the correct option. With this we can conclude our video. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe to my channel Gear Up for Group 1 exam.